Hi there, this is Barbie Wilde, and I'm best known for playing the female Cenobite in Hellbound Hellraiser 2 and for being the writer of The Venus Complex and Voices of the Damned. You're listening to Without Your Head.
All right, we're joined by Monique Dupree. Welcome to Without Your Head.
Hey, how
We're
you
doing good. And yourself?
I'm doing
Cool.
fine.
Well, everybody know that you're going to be at the Horror Cinema. That's November 30th and December 1st, and that's in Hagerstown, Maryland. Do you enjoy doing these festivals?
Oh yeah, it's really cool to do because you get to meet the fans and network with people. You know, I really enjoy meeting the fans and hearing what they think and whatnot. It's really interesting. So I love doing conventions.
What's like the most? What do people want autographed the most? What's like the most requested thing?
Online or in person? Because in person, I think people are afraid to ask for
Right.
certain things, so they just ask to sign pictures. But online, I get some pretty, weird requests. Can you tear your underwear and sign them?
Right.
Like that.
You have more courage when you're behind the computer screen, but when you're right there in person.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. I did have somebody in person who had it was a guy that was wearing a Tooth Fairy costume, and he asked me to sign the Tooth Fairy costume and then sign his body. So I did do that. That was really strange. His girlfriend begged me to do it.
I won't ask where he asked you to sign him.
Please don't. What happens at the convention stays at the convention.
Oh, I'm going now. Now I'm signed up for the convention now.
We actually got someone else on the line here. Who is this?
This is actually the promoter of the show.
Oh, how you doing?
Beal.
Good.
Good. How you doing? I was making sure my girl was on for the interview. How you doing?
What's up?
Not much. Just
anything you want to tell everybody out there? Why they should come to the Horror Cinema?
Oh, yes. First and foremost, there's a lot of things happening. We're going to have Warrington Gillette, who was the very first adult killer version of Jason of Friday the 13th. Secondly, this girl is on fire, man. She's Monique Dupree, the first black scream queen. She is in 1,000,001 horror films, Traumette of the Month. Basically, not only is she for the horror, she's also mainstream, and she's got a part in American Gangster with Denzel Washington. Yes, I know this is a horror show, but I had to mention that. She is
I'd mention that too.
She's a jack of all trades, and you got to come out to see her, man.
Thanks for calling in, Tim. Yeah. Why aren't there more black guys?
Bye, Tim.
Why aren't there more black scream queens?
There should be more.
I don't know. I think that I don't know, a lot of black women that I talk to seem standoffish about the whole thing, like it's supposed to be, something that's not for them. I really don't understand, but I am starting to see a few more girls come up behind me, and I feel good about that because I feel like I can be like a role model to kind of pull them out and go, hey, it's cool to be a scream queen, to be a black scream queen.
Do you have more fun?
So I feel.
Do you have more fun playing the scream queen or like the killer in a movie?
The killer. Normally playing the killer.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's the best monster you've played?
Actually, it's this movie called Bachelor Party in the Bungalow of the Damned. I was a vampire, but my breast had teeth.
Oh, that's classic.
And, I had fun, eating the guys, but, not in the way in which you think. So, it was a lot of fun. It was about 8 hours in makeup, but, other than that, it was...
That would be a good job to be putting the makeup on for that scene, I think.
Somebody just commented on one of my photos of MySpace and said the same exact thing. Who did that makeup? Because, each breast took 2 hours.
Yeah, see, really, it wouldn't have taken that long if it was a guy. It would have taken 6 minutes. They're like, yeah, you're done. With you, that's why it took hours. They're like, no, it's not quite right. We got to redo this.
As you are an upcoming scream queen, is there a particular classic horror monster or contemporary killer that you'd like to go up against, like a Jason or Dracula?
That I'd like to go up against. Wow. Well, to tell you the truth, I wouldn't mind Ted Kruger.
Ooh, good choice.
I would love to do that. I don't know how I would beat them, but I'm sure that they would write it in a way where I can kick his ass.
Is that one of your more favorite ones, Freddy Krueger? Because he's also got it, has good lines. He's not just a silent killer.
Right, exactly. That's one of the things that I like about him is that, he's not the strong silent type, He's funny and he's interesting. So that's why I would like to go up against him, because I feel like I could be interesting too, and it would make for a really good movie to have us fighting each other and killing people, while we're fighting each other. People that get in the way,
Oh, definitely. You mentioned Bachelor Party and The Bungalow of the Damned. Is that movie available on DVD?
Actually, that movie will be available in the next few weeks. I believe it's December the 1st that it'll be available. I just received my copy, and I love it. It's awesome, and they have a lot of outtakes as well in the movie. It was just great doing. But he just got everything done, so the website is meaculpapictures.com. They should have the updates as to when it's actually available to purchase on DVD.
Excellent.
But I believe
did you enjoy doing wearing the makeup, even though it was like I guess a long time putting on? Was it fun to do?
Yeah, I'm actually one of those people who like the makeup process. I mean, it was a long, tedious process, but it really transforms you. Once you get into that character, you have the makeup on and everything, it's really, really easy to become that person. And I love the makeup. I've always been a makeup effects whore. So I love everything dealing with special effects and makeup and stuff
and like you said, it's a very unique makeup this time.
Yeah, I'll sit in the chair for hours to have makeup put on.
Another one you have coming out is Aurea, which I actually saw on your MySpace as well.
Yeah, that won't be out until next year, but that's actually the sequel to the original Shadowhunters. So this would be Shadowhunters 2, Aurea, and I play Aurea. I actually play the strong silent type who goes around.
One of our fans on our
as well.
One of our fans on our message board, El Santo, he was quite a big fan of the picture.
Really, yeah, everyone loves those photos, and I think you'll like the movie even better. And there's a couple of scenes in there where I rape some guys, so that should be interesting too.
He'll buy a copy now after he hears that.
I get the coolest scenes in most of these movies. I think I get a lot of original stuff, and I really love that I get to kind of set a trend for things sometimes. I mean, in one film, I shot a stripper in her nether regions. I just get to do cool stuff.
Exactly. Were you a fan of horror movies before you got into them?
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I was. And I think one of the reasons was because when I was a kid, I wasn't allowed to watch horror films. So I would sneak and, watch whatever I could watch. I was forced to watch Star Trek and Honeymooners, and I was getting enough of that. So, I grew, there was a love that was developed there, but it's more so I love the effects. I like the makeup effects. I always wanted to know, well, how do they do this and how do they do that? That's
do you like the makeup, like the real makeup, more than a lot of CGI in a movie?
Right. I believe that makeup is a lot better than, CGI. CGI is pretty or what have you, but there's nothing like some good old special good editing and things as opposed to CGI.
Yeah, definitely. I was when I was a kid, I loved any movie that I knew Tom Savini worked on, because you knew you were going to see some really cool special effects.
Yeah, I got to meet Tom Savini recently. And that was a boom for me, because I thought that I was going to have an orgasm when he touched my hand. It's Sex Machine. I'm sorry, and I know that all the stuff that he's done that I love so much. You know, his Sex Machine,
Right.
his little gun comes out of.
I don't think
oh my
Tom
God.
Savini wants you calling it his little gun.
Well,
Right,
you know,
right.
his little gun was matching
protection
the
for
big
the big
gun,
gun.
okay?
Right.
It was Chris gun, so I have conventions and movies and all kinds of things coming up. So many
Right.
things I can't even, like, remember everything. I did Heavy Mental with Silver Bullet Pictures, and I played a gangster, crime lord. So that ought to be interesting, and that'll actually be out in the next couple of months as well. You can actually pre-order your copies now on the Silver Bullet Pictures website. I'm going to be at Dark Xmas in Ohio next weekend. So that I'm hitting the convention circuit.
Yeah.
No, I was about to say, like Tim said, you know, it's not horror, but I have a really small role in American Gangster, but I was really happy to have been in that and to meet Russell Crowe and to get to talk to him and, you know, things like that. So, you know, there's a lot of good things.
Yeah, are you starting work on Skeleton Key 2 soon?
Oh, we did Skeleton Key 2. Which Skeleton Key 2 are you referring to?
The one that is listed on your website as being attached to it.
That's Darkstone Entertainment. We actually finished Skeleton Key 2, and it screened at Horrifying in August.
Okay.
And it'll be available. That'll be available for purchase also in the next few months. I have to get a date from him. He's still screening it at different places, but I actually played a bimbo in that role, if you can believe that.
Oh man!
And I got killed, man.
Oh, the other side of the coin.
Is it fun to film like a death scene?
Yeah,
you could be killed in a movie.
Yeah,
Right.
it depends on how you're being killed. When you're getting killed in something called the pool of gay, it's not so fun.
Oh man!
See, now you have to see the movie to see what I'm talking about.
You're sneaky that way.
I like playing different characters. I mean, my favorite is, you know, being a killer, but I want to branch out and work in other things. That's why I'm starting to doing work in television, and I have a comedy next year and an action film. So I'm branching out. Horror is always my first love, but I would like to play a multitude of different characters. You know, whatever I can get.
He mentioned your website. Let everybody know it's MoniqueDupree.com. We'll put the link up on the website. Enjoy doing work for Trauma Films?
Okay, cool. I enjoy working with Trauma, period. I was happy because, you know, I'm the first Traumette that's ever been a Traumette of the month twice. My new set of photos just came out today, as a matter of fact, on the Trauma website. So I was really happy about that because, of course, no other Traumette has ever done that. First, I was the first black woman to be a Traumette.
Excellent.
Now I'm back again. So
the one movie I saw on there. Yeah, everybody check out the Trauma website.
Check it out.
Yeah, and one movie I got to ask about too is Pod Zombies. Was that a fun movie to be part of?
I didn't get to be a part of the whole thing, but what I did was really, let's say, interesting. Lloyd Kaufman is a trip. I love him so much. He is so crazy. But yeah, I had fun because I got to work with him directly on Pot Zombies. So I played hemophilia. Just to give you an idea, I told you I have some interesting characters. I had a choice of being fecophilia or hemophilia. So, you know, the average person would say, I'll be hemophilia. Thank you very much. That was really wild. I've had the pleasure of working on some really wild things. I've had the pleasure of working with Debbie Rochon a multitude of times, and I feel blessed for that because I've learned so much from her.
Let everybody know you're going to be at the Horror Cinema November 30th and December 1st, and that's going to be at Hagerstown, Maryland, and that's at the Best Western Grand Venice Inn Hotel. And anything you want to say to your fans out there? You know, why should they come and see you at the Horror Cinema?
And I will sign anywhere on your body that you ask me.
Right.
As long as you purchase a picture. You have to get a picture, or you have to get one of the movies or something like that. But I will autograph any part of your body that you ask me to autograph. As long as you're brave enough to whip it out right there in front of everybody, because it's going to be done at my table. So if you're brave,
right? If you're brave enough to whip out the big gun,
do it. Now you heard me say it.
All right.
I don't know. Yeah, but we're gonna be screening one of my films there as well. Bachelor Party in the Bungalow of the Dam is gonna be screened there too. It's gonna be screened at Dark Xmas and Horror Cinema. So if you want to see, you know, the movie where my breast was like eating guys,
right? And who doesn't really?
You might want to come to Horror Cinema and watch it. Who doesn't? I mean, you know, I really think that was unfair because, you know, I got to lure the guys in, you know, with my breast, and then I ate them alive.
Right. No man can
it was
resist
an unfair advantage.
Thanks for coming on.
I enjoyed it.
We keep here for 1 second.
Thoroughly.
Yeah, really, thanks for coming on. It was a lot of fun. Love to have you back sometime.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Charles Van, and you're listening to WithoutYourHead.com.
This is Brie Olson, and you're listening to Without Your Head.